This is the finished installation of a new water system in my house that Aqua Mechanical did for me, and they did an excellent job. As you can see, I had them install the A.O. Smith 76,000 BTU water heater. It's 50 gallons. It's the residential sized unit. And then I also had them install this Crusader water softener and whole house water filter. It's the deluxe version. And then they also installed for me here a UV light for the entire house. So all the water for the house passes through this UV light and removes or kills any bacteria in the system. They also gave me this water testing kit so that I can test my water hardness whenever I want and adjust the hardness settings here in my water softener if I so choose. You can see the water is coming in from the city up there on the left side, or rather on the right side. And it comes in, goes over down here through the whole house water filter and water softener, and then it comes out from there, and then it goes up here and splits through the rest of the house. Some of it goes here into this hot water heater, and the rest goes throughout the house as cold water. It of course has gone through the UV light by that time. They also included down here a water sensor, and that is placed in this tray so that if there happens to be any water leak at any point in the future, that sensor will alarm so that audibly, so that I can hear it and make sure it come down here and stop the leak. And also they put the whole system in this metal tray. It has about 2-inch sides on the side of it, so that will contain the water and then drain out in this big 2-inch pipe. And that 2-inch pipe goes around the room, and you can't really see it behind all the stuff, but then it comes over here and goes down into the drain in the floor. And they affixed it to the floor with these nice clasps so that it won't get moved off of the drain and cause any flooding elsewhere. They also ran a hot water line for me that comes off right there off of the hot water heater, and that goes over here to my furnace, to the humidifier on the furnace. And then additionally, you can see here that this hot water heater is a condensing high efficiency, 90% efficient hot water heater, and so the exhaust can come out of it through this PVC pipe, which is a 4-inch PVC pipe, so that it can run the longest run that it allows, and that runs up out the house over that way. And then they included the correct size expansion tank for the hot water heater, and then they also put earthquake straps on the hot water heater. Also, one other thing about this tray down here is the tray is sitting on top of some closed cell foam, which has a wooden board on top of that. And what that does is it stops there being any energy leached from the hot water heater down into the cement floor, so that it makes it slightly more efficient long term. This water heater is fantastic. Never runs out of hot water heater for my house. I have 2 bathrooms, typical family size, and it can run continuous showers forever and never run out of hot water. And then they also included a surge suppressor here for everything to plug into to protect it electronically. And all of their piping, like this pipe right here, is the drain pipe for the brine, for the water softener when it's draining. Everything is nice and straight. And then also right here, this line is the brine line, and they installed the brine tank where all of the salt is stored in a tank in my garage, and that's where that's going up through that hole in the ceiling. And so I can unload my salt out of the trunk of my car and put it in the brine tank while it's still in the garage, and then I don't have to bother to haul it down into my basement. Works fantastic. They included lots of shutoff valves here, so that I can shut off various things. If I wanted to stop water flowing through this UV light, I could turn that valve right there and that valve right there, and then turn that one on, and it would bypass the UV light. Also on the water softener, I can turn these valves to bypass the water softener if I wanted to. There's a valve right here to turn off the water heater, or to stop the flow to it if I wanted to, or to the hot water to the furnace. And also there is this gas line right here that they brought in because my water heater was not in this location previously, and they ran that across the room, and that comes over here to where the gas comes in from the city right there. And there's another gas line there that's yellow, and that's going to the furnace. So all in all, they did a fantastic job, and I highly recommend them. Very thorough, very clean install, and I've now had it set up for almost 10 months, and it works flawlessly. Nothing has given me any problems whatsoever.